Depression impacts nearly 16 million adults in America. But what else do we know about this condition? We know it's something you may not see on the surface, but underneath, it's very real and painful for those who live with it. That's why we need to dive deeper, ask more questions, and continue searching for new answers to help people living with depression. As we look to the future of this condition, one of the questions we're looking to answer is, how can we make depression research studies easier so that more people can participate? It's why Otsuka, a well-established company focused on discovering new medicines, has decided to search for answers through a new research study. And they've teamed up with Science 37 to find answers together. At the heart of this research, we're looking to discover ways to test investigational drugs that may treat depression in future research studies using innovative technology. This technology can make it more convenient for participants so that they don't have to travel to a research doctor's office for appointments. And this is where you could play a breakthrough role. We're searching for adults, ages 18 to 65, who are living with major depressive disorder in the United States. And those who join the study will choose to either complete study activities with the help of a nurse in their home, or perform some activities themselves and maybe travel to a nearby clinic. If you do choose to join, you'd participate as one of 60 adults in the U.S. taking part in this research study. And you can also be part of something bigger, paving the way for how investigational drugs for depression could be studied in the future. Keep in mind that before joining the study, you'll need to provide consent or agreement to participate. After that, you get to pick to complete study activities with the help of a mobile nurse in your home, or perform some activities yourself, and maybe travel to a nearby clinic. Then, we move ahead to the first step in the study, screening. That's where we can see if you're eligible to participate. During the screening step, you'll receive a study smartphone with an app called Nora. That's how you'll stay connected to the study doctor and team. You'll have an appointment to meet your study doctor and team through a video call, and you'll answer questions about your medical history. Then, you'll complete study activities, based on your choice, either in your home, with the help of a nurse, or do some activities yourself, or maybe travel to a nearby clinic. The activities are tests like those you'd get at the doctor's office. They include questionnaires or health surveys, a brief physical exam, a test to check your heart rhythm, a urine test, and a blood draw. Okay, after these screening activities, you'll find out if you're eligible to join the research study. And if you are, then it's time to start. At this point, you'll complete study activities just like in the screening step, in your home with the help of a nurse, or do some of those activities yourself, and maybe travel to a nearby clinic. Remember, the choice is yours. Now let's go through a quick overview of what participants will do during the research study, which lasts about 4 weeks. 1. Continue taking your prescribed medications. 2. Take Tic Tac candies as instructed to simulate how a real study drug is taken during a study. 3. Use the study smartphone with Nora to stay connected to the study team and keep them informed of changes in your health. 4. Complete a daily activity in Nora to check memory. 5. Together with the study doctor and team, you complete 5 appointments from the comfort of your own home and maybe nearby clinics. These appointments are known as study visits. Our research was created so that it can fit into your schedule on your terms. That's why the study team will always work with you to coordinate the visits and calls, letting you know ahead of time how long each visit may take, so you can plan accordingly. Okay, come along. Now let's take a closer look at those next 4 weeks, where you'll have 5 study visits with a study doctor and team. You'll complete similar tests as you did before, like questionnaires and a test to check your heart, and some new activities where the doctor will check your mobility, joints, and speech patterns. For some visits, it's just a video call with the study team. And here are some of the possible topics covered during those calls. They'll walk you through surveys or questionnaires to learn more about your mental health and how you're feeling. They also ask participants about suicidal thoughts, and that's because our priority will always be your health and safety. We want to make sure participants get any additional help they need, and if it's necessary, we're also here to connect you to other doctors in your neighborhood, or to your primary care doctor, because we're with you every step of the way. Also, to simulate how the study drug could be provided to people in future research studies, we'll ship you Tic Tacs. And throughout the 4 weeks, ask that you simply remove them from the packaging according to specific instructions. For example, once per day in the morning. And we'll ask that you record your daily Tic Tac dose in a diary in Nora. All right, Now let's fast forward to 4 weeks later. We've reached the end of the study. We're all done. As you go through the research study, here are some notes to keep in mind. It's always important to follow all of the instructions given by your study doctor and the study team. Use the devices as instructed, and complete the study appointments. Always let us know if you have any changes to your health. These could be things related to depression, or it can be something like a cold or a sprained ankle. Above all, it's about your health and safety, and knowing that your support team is always on hand, just a phone call away. Some of the tests completed in this research study may carry risks and potential side effects that you should be aware of. Let's go through them together. Possible side effects of the blood draw may include pain, bruising, bleeding, or other discomfort. Possible side effects of the exams may include pain or physical discomfort. You may experience some or no side effects, but it's important to let your study doctor know if you experience these side effects or any that aren't mentioned. During the study, we'll collect medical and personal information from you, and it'll be stored safely in a special database. That information isn't stored with your name. Instead, it's stored with a code that represents who you are. Your privacy is really important, and Science 37 and Otsuka are serious about protecting it. That's why any personal information is stored separately, and this personal information will only be shared with your study doctor and team. It's also super important that you don't share details about your study participation on social media like Facebook or Instagram. As a thank you for your time and effort, you'll also be compensated for participating. You can find more details about this in the study documents. Also, there will be no charge to you for your participation in this study. Study participation may benefit you and the depression community, but the decision to participate in the study is always voluntary. You can change your mind or stop at any time. Now that you've got a better idea about the study, what's next? It's important that you read and understand the informed consent documents. They explain the research study in even greater detail. After you read through them, the study doctor will call you to make sure you understand what your participation means, and they'll be there to answer all of your questions. It's very important that you not sign any of the documents until you've spoken to the study doctor and all of your questions have been answered. Also, feel free to talk to your own doctor, nurse, family, friends, or anyone else in your community before deciding. We're really excited about the possibility of driving change in the community and uniting with you so that together we can contribute to research that may help people living with depression.